hoodie with the hood up, blue jeans, black backpack.
Okay, Air 3, I got one jumping fences now. And let's make sure everybody has their spinners and their spots on so we can get this guy. Yeah, 2609 no longer have visual of him. Yeah, so we got some pretty tasty new hot spots inside a garbage can. Dogs located the garbage can.
Shut your hands! Shut your hands! Shut your hands!
Welcome back to the LackLuster channel. According to a lawsuit against the city of San Jose and multiple officers, on February 7th of 2020, Mr. Anthony Paredes' girlfriend had stolen 2 bottles of tequila, and on her way out of the store, an employee attempted to grab and detain her. Anthony saw the incident from the parking lot, ran to her aid, and the two fled the scene on foot. The shop employee called 911, and it just so happens that a police helicopter was flying nearby and responded to the scene.
61 Mary 4, I copy your head towards that 1066. 66 Mary 1 to Phil. 66 Mary 1.
Code 4, copy that. We got the code 4. We'll head to the 1066 control. What's the 20?
That male is hiding in the bushes. White male, 30 to 35, 5'6", 150, with the black hoodie with the hood up, blue jeans, black backpack. Suspect said he was looking for his girlfriend.
Which location is he at?
And eventually found Anthony running through a neighborhood.
We just need the guy street side, just to put his lights on street side, just to keep this guy hunkered if he's still in the bushes. And just a heads up, there's a male and female walking eastbound on Ohlone on the south sidewalk. Patrol car will be right up to your left, right there. There's 2 of them.
Now realizing that he was being followed, he began hopping fences.
Okay, Air 3, I got one jumping fences now. Heading southbound, now he's heading back to the corner.
Anthony then hid underneath a large tree in the backyard of a private residence.
Air 3 copies, I'll keep an eye on the guy who's jumping the fences.
The department established a perimeter as the helicopter urged Anthony to surrender through its loudspeaker.
Control Air 3, I'm going to give you 4 more addresses that we're going to use to split this perimeter to cut it up. When you're clear, let me know. Air 3, let's get Canine 49, considering this is a 211.
2 Canines, 49.
So guys in that court, just spread out your spotlights a little bit. Hopefully we can keep this guy pinned down in this corner. And let's make sure everybody has their spinners and their spots on so we can get this guy.
The chopper circled the area and kept an eye on his location for nearly an hour and a half. And during that time, the helicopter even had to leave once to refuel.
As soon as air support leaves, this guy's probably going to start moving. We're going to try to hot fuel and then hop back up again.
And we're just going to hold in yards, wait for you guys to come back.
Okay, killer, just know that the dude's probably going to move as soon as the rotor blades disappear.
Cover up. Backyard will be a splitter, so when you get a second body, we'll have you grab that backyard as well. Copy? Affirmative. We're getting 6 units, code 3 for Wellington. Yeah, suspects on foot. I'm not worried about cars right now. Okay, copy.
Upon returning, the helicopter found that Anthony was still underneath the tree.
And from Air 3, the suspect still hasn't moved. He's on the fence line underneath the tree.
Suspect has not moved.
And now, an hour and a half later, he leaves the shelter of the tree's canopy.
Alright, from Air 3, looks like subject's walking out to the court. He's walking along the D. David side. Alright, now he's standing by the David Charles corner of the residence in the backyard. I'm going to continue with announcements since it does look like he's trying to surrender. So, actually, there he goes. Now he's walking to the gate on the David side.
Anthony now finds another place to hide.
Looks like he's trying to hunker down along the D. David side of 2609. Yeah, he's sitting down by a bunch of detritus and garbage cans.
The helicopter continues to observe from above as they pass over the yard, but on one pass, the helicopter loses sight of Anthony.
Yeah, 2609 no longer have visual of him. He's still in that general area, though. We would have seen him pop out. May have jumped into a garbage can.
It continues to use its forward-looking infrared camera, commonly referred to as FLIR. This camera is a thermographic device that creates an image using heat from infrared radiation instead of visible light. This FLIR camera is so sensitive that it picks up the radiant heat that Anthony's body left on the air conditioning unit he was leaning against moments ago, and it only took 30 seconds for the trash can Anthony had crawled into to start showing heat signatures from Anthony's body.
Yeah, so we got some pretty tasty new hot spots inside a garbage can.
With each new pass, the heat signatures get brighter, indicating he was inside the trash can.
Basically, he's at the same location, just inside a large, like the green bin, the recycling garbage, the big ones.
The helicopter announces with its speakers that officers were preparing to use a canine unit.
We're going to be making our entry into that yard, but we'll be going in on the C40 side of that yard for a primary unit.
And eventually, the officers enter the property to extract Anthony.
And there could be two, because the x-ray is unknown where she's at. Make a hole? Go and push forward. Just so you guys know, there's only 5 of us. Search. 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 Watch your shade. Search. 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 Did he get you? No.
Keep it down up here.
All right, let's keep pushing forward. Someone pick up here, the right, to the left.
Watch your step. See on my left here?
Yeah, just hold.
Just a few moments later, the dog finds its target.
Someone needs to pick up to the left.
Dogs located at the garbage can.
Push forward. Alert! Alert! Good boy, abla! Hey, hats, poles right here, rakes.
According to the lawsuit, the officers never announced themselves or attempted to give Anthony a chance to come out of the trash can or surrender. Instead, they tipped the can over.
Hey, stand by. That's we're moving. I'm with you.
I'm gonna step back. I don't think you're gonna get leverage on it.
No, pas touché.
I don't think you're gonna be able to get leverage off of that.
Hip. Pas touché. Watch it.
Now you're gonna step up to underneath.
Show your hands! Show your hands! 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 Do not fight the dog! I'm gonna come get him. Coming to your right.
Don't fight the dog!
Do not fight the dog!
I got the one title. Stay on his head.
Let go of the dog!
Anthony can be heard trying to surrender, and the dog bites the only part of his exposed body. First, his face, and then his neck, crushing his throat.
Jesus. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. Stop fighting.
The force behind a German Shepherd's bite is 1,200 pounds per square inch. Their teeth curve inward, preventing its prey from escape. Because of this, canine officers are trained to remove a bite in several different ways, but never to pull back against the curvature of the canine's teeth. Officer Jeffrey received that training and elected instead to pull on his canine as it remained latched around Anthony's neck, pulling with enough force to lift the dog and Anthony's torso off the ground. His arms hung limp behind him as the dog continued its deadly attack, shaking its head violently from left to right. It took a full 60 seconds for the dog to release.
Medicals needed code 3.
Have him come straight to the scene, A side. Conscious, man, breathing, has a neck bite.
A3974.
As a result, Anthony suffered multiple puncture wounds and deep lacerations to his neck. His hyoid bone and thyroid cartilage were broken, and one vertebrae was partially crushed.
There are 3. He's 10-15, so make sure you tuck call fire that it's clear for fire so they don't stage. Have them roll directly to the scene.
His larynx suffered such profound trauma that once a talented singer had now lost the ability to sing at all. The lawsuit, supported by body cam, claims that no officer present made any attempt to rescue Anthony from the attack, though each had the duty and ability to do so, suggesting that had the dog been attacking an officer in a similar manner, it would have been tased or shot. Instead, Officer Nails stood by, inches from Anthony, holding a pair of handcuffs, doing nothing to intervene. She handcuffed Anthony as he lay on the ground with his throat torn open. Sergeant Hastenbuehler, a canine sergeant with superior knowledge and training, held Anthony's arm and stepped on his face, giving the dog free access to continue its attack, while Officer Alleman stepped on Anthony's shoulder and held a gun to his face. It should be noted that the San Jose Police Department has more use of force with dogs than any other city in the San Francisco Bay Area. Outside of that, it is well known that canines are often inaccurate in detecting narcotics and explosive ordnance. They can also be trained relatively easily to false hit, allowing officers a simple yet effective tool to bypass our Fourth Amendment rights. KTVU further found out that there are no statewide standards on their use of force in California, and how often police deploy canine units varies wildly between departments. Anthony's lawsuit continues in hopes that law enforcement agencies will better train their canine teams, or maybe someday disband them altogether. Anthony pleaded guilty to being an accessory in the tequila incident and was sentenced to 2 years in jail.
There is nothing unique about using a dog to attack someone, as far as a use of force is concerned, that can't be replicated by using another weapon.
Thanks for watching. If you have a video, use the submit link in the description or pinned comment. If you enjoyed this one, subscribe and hit the bell for future content, and check out our other channels, Lady LackLuster and The Odd Side. Remember to like, share, and leave a comment about what you think of this interaction. It's the easiest way for you to help expose corruption and misconduct. Merchandise is available using the links below. Join the LackLuster family for just $1 if you'd like to further support the channel. Get a Lack logo next to your name, custom emotes, and early access to videos. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. All links are down below.